My next guest is a talented actress who stars in the latest Woody Allen film, Match Point, which opens on December 28th in select cities and January 20th nationwide. Please welcome the lovely Emily Mortimer. Thanks for being here, and congratulations. Match Point just got a Golden Globe nomination.
Yes,
that's exciting.
It got 4, I think.
Four.
Yes.
Okay, I never count. So bitter that I'm not eligible. First of all, the question is, it's a big deal in this country. These award shows. Are you excited about it? Do you like to go to these kinds of things?
I don't really know. Last time I went to one, I made a complete fool of myself.
Oh, which one was this?
It was some sort of a spurious award show in Hollywood before the Oscars last year.
Right.
I managed to get myself into a complete pickle about it because it was on telly and there were lots of movie stars there, and I wore this completely inappropriate dress, which was full of sequins and lots of cleavage and shoes I could hardly walk in.
That actually sounds appropriate for Hollywood. It doesn't sound inappropriate. Yeah.
I felt like I was dressed as someone I'm not.
Yeah.
And then I had to read out all these incomprehensible, unpronounceable names. And anyway, I was very, very nervous. But I got through it, and I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't fall over. My boobs didn't fall out of my dress. I said the names right. And,
You're actually thinking about that? I hope my boobs don't fall out of my dress?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Anyway, the guy came up to receive his award, and I was so delighted with myself, I decided to sort of celebrate with him and plant a kiss on him.
Right.
And I went in for this kiss and puckered up and went in to kiss him, and he completely failed to notice me. And walked,
He didn't see?
He walked towards the podium, and I was left standing like that. And then I thought to myself, most normal people at that point would have just sort of retreated elegantly off. Instead of which, I decided to follow him.
You're like,
I walked about 20 feet across the stage like that.
Yeah.
And he never noticed me once. He started giving his acceptance speech, and I was still standing there.
Were you following him later when he went to his limo?
No, I just had to do the walk of shame backwards to the corner.
Well, they're just so awkward. There's something awkward about those shows. They put people in this terrible position. Now, first, a little bit about you. You have a son, is that correct?
I do.
How old is your son?
He's 2 and a bit, and he's called Sam, and he's heavenly.
Really? Okay. I have a daughter who's 2 and what is she now? 2 and 2 months. So I know that age a little bit. Starting to get
Is she swearing yet?
No, she is not swearing yet. Why do you think she'd be swearing?
Because mine is.
Really?
He's got the foulest mouth, and I don't know where he gets it from. But yesterday,
I wonder how.
Yesterday, I went to put a video in the machine, and he said, "Oh, not Elmo again."
Okay. He may have picked that phrase up from me. I've said that a few times around my house. Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Elmo. Yeah, he brings that out. Wow. That cleared my nasal passages and everything. Yeah.
The bleep man's going to be going crazy.
Yeah, yes, he will, yeah. They'll probably cut out this whole interview.
I'm so sorry.
They're going to show a nature film during your segment. Ross's goal. Okay. Now, you know what's interesting? You're a good fit for this role, and this seems like this is a good part for you to play in this Woody Allen film, but it's been a little tough for you to find roles that you're comfortable with. Is that true? Because you did an action movie a number of years ago with Samuel L. Jackson, and it didn't seem like that was the right genre for you. Is that fair to say?
It's completely fair to say. I was horribly miscast as the toughest woman in the universe, and I was dressed head to toe in leather, and I rode a motorbike, and I shot people.
Right. It's funny because you look at you and you don't think yes, she's going to be a death-giving machine that rides around on a motorcycle.
I had such a horrible time doing that movie. I just wanted my mum to come and pick me up and take me home. The entire.
You didn't like it? Well, what about working with Samuel L. Jackson? I mean, he can be intimidating.
He was at first. In fact, in the end, he was adorable. But I had to do this first scene with him, dressed all in leather with too much makeup on, and I had a gun against his neck. in an elevator, as you call it here. And it was very intimidating because there was Samuel L. Jackson, and I felt, as I said, miscast in the role. And I had this gun against his neck, and we were nose to nose and staring at each other. And I was trying to be very mean and cool, and he was succeeding in being very mean and cool back. And anyway, we got to the end of the scene, and the director said, cut, and that was it, I thought. And I started to sort of shuffle off, and he kept staring.
And that really intimidating Samuel L. Jackson, I mean, we all know that stare.
Yeah, he's very good at staring. And
yeah.
Anyway, so I thought, oh, God, this is obviously some sort of test. I've got to keep staring at him, too, and it's like some initiation I've got to pass. So I kept staring, too, and he was staring at me, and it went on forever and ever, and people were starting to get rather uncomfortable and look at their feet, and no one knew what to do with themselves. And in the end, I thought, actually, I don't want this to carry on anymore. I'm not enjoying it. And as I said, he's very good at staring, and I'm not very good at it. And I thought, how can I end this moment? And I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll laugh. And it'll break the moment. And I sort of galvanized myself to laugh. And I did this sort of pathetic... And as I did so, not one, but two of the most enormous bubbles of snot came out of both of my nostrils and sort of pinged against his nose. And he looked at me, sort of disgust, and walked off. But we got on very well after that. I think once I'd snotted all over him, he felt deeply affectionate to me.
That was probably the perfect way to get out. That's the only thing to do when Samuel L. Jackson is staring at you like that. It's like, you know. It's the only way out at that point. Of course, you're working with Woody Allen in this movie, directed this film. Did you like working with him? I would think, talk about intimidating. He's got such an incredible body of work. Was that scary at all to work with him? Did you find him difficult, or? It was very scary at first, having Woody Allen peeping out at you from behind his glasses by the camera. But then we got used to it, and he's deaf, actually, which is sort of helpful. He's quite hard of hearing, yeah.
Yeah, it's his one minor imperfection, but he can't really hear, so we could get away with murder, and we ended up completely improvising all of our lines. And
he wouldn't know at the time?
He wouldn't notice, no, until 2 days later when he watched The Rushes. Came back
and he'd come and say, okay, why are you turning this into a Western? Yeah. Well, it's very great to work with him, I would think. Match Point opens in limited release December 28th and nationwide January 20th. Really delightful talking to you.
And
thanks a lot for being here. Emily Mortimer. That was great. Thanks a lot. That was great. We'll be right back. Susan Tedeschi. We'll see you in a second.